in this lesson, we're looking at escaping back control. Now, we'll look at this in two different parts. First of all, if he's got no grip, particular grip on my collar or no particular hand around my neck, we want to put our hands in prayer position, lock our chin in there so that he can't get a good grip. And then it doesn't matter which way we go. But essentially, he's on my back. So the concept is, if I can get the floor on my back, then he can't be on my back. So we don't want to roll away from him because I'm not getting the floor on my back and then he'll just come on top of me. So I need to make sure that my legs come up and I drive back this way or back this way and get my back on the ground. If I can get my back on the ground, then he can no longer, by definition, be on my back. The problem here, though, is that he'll realise he's lost the position and he'll want to mount. So that's where this hand is going to attack this knee and push it. So as he tries to go on the mount, I'm blocking that leg. As I move with my right elbow on the floor, I basically do an elbow escape and move away like this, pushing with this hand. So as he's trying to come on top, I rotate him over and take side control. So hands here, he's got no collar, drive to the mat. Block with my far hand, block the knee. Lie on his leg, start to move away, because if I just rotate toward him, I'll end up in his guard. Now that's a lot better than where I was going to be, but if I can move above his leg with basically an elbow escape move, connecting up these two things, I'm then going to end up in side control, or if I elbow escape above his leg, I may even be able to mount, which would be ideal. So the worst case scenario is I move to the side, spin toward him, and end up in his guard. A lot better than where I was, but still the fight's 50-50. I move above his leg and end up in side control, which is a lot better for me. Or even, if it all goes my way, move above his leg and mount him and completely reverse the fight. So, hands are here, feet up, drive with the power of the legs back, lie on his leg, start to attack his knee, other hand comes to the ground, elbow escaping away, once again using that elbow escape, switch my base and drive the power of my legs, driving that hip lever away and establishing side control. The escape becomes a little more complicated when he's got one of my collars. For example, if he had my other collar, I couldn't do that, because if I went that direction, when I'm turning back into him, I'd be choking myself. So whichever escape you do will be dependent upon which collar he had. So if he's back to using this hand, here's the rule. Whether he had my collar or whether he was just going around my neck, it doesn't matter. Whichever hand's attacking you, the rule is this. Look at the bicep that's attacking you. So just by looking at the bicep means he's not choking the front of my neck. So it's a good idea anyway. Look at the bicep and run away from the bicep. And then the rest, he's still got my collar. Drop that leg for a second. So you still have my collar, but I can get there and I've basically undone the choke. So the rule is simple. When the hand is around your neck, we look at that bicep and we run away from it and stop him from mounting, and then come on top and he can still have it and it doesn't matter. If he hasn't got any of our collars, then we can go either way. If he's got a collar, that cuts my options in half. That's why he wants to get a collar there, because it suddenly reduces my ability to escape by 50%. But whichever collar he has, look at the bicep, back away. He's got that collar, I look at the bicep and back away. He's got the other one, do the same thing. If he's got his hand just around my neck for a figure four, for a back choke, again, look at the bicep and I run away from it. I control his leg to stop him from mounting on top of me, ideally getting to side control or even the mount.
So a nice way to drill this with your partner is let him get your back, get very defensive, and first learn how to keep your head like in the shell, shrugging your shoulders, like your head is moving into the shell like a turtle, and keeping your hands up here so that you're not exposing your arms and you're not allowing penetration into your neck, and just stay there a little bit. And have your partner throw some attacks at you and get a comfort level there, and then once you have that comfort level, you can start to pick which side you're moving and shifting your hips out.
But if you think of the idea if I can get the back on my ground, the ground on my back, then he can no longer be on my back. Then it makes it easy. A lot of beginners make the mistake of they go away, but they roll away, which of course just lets him come on top of you, and then not only has he got your back, but he's got gravity assisting him as well. So put the back on the ground on our back and turn towards your opponent.